Hello and welcome to this Sunday's Crafternooner. So, this is Scraplift Crafternoon, where I get together with a group of my scrapting besties and we scraplift a layout. This week we are scraplifting this layout by Miss Crafty Adams. It is a fantastic Disney layout. I love that it's Disney but not Disney, if that makes any sense. So the photos we're going to use are these from when we met Mickey at Hollywood Studios. Not sure what's going on with our faces in the pictures or what we were talking about, but I love this photo. So I have got some scraps that I think are going to work fantastically for this border piece, the black and white dot at the bottom of this layout that anchors everything together. And I'm going to use this Wow Starburst in place of the die cuts that she has above the photos. Now, for papers, I am diving back into the Character Energy collection. I love these bright, bold patterns for Disney. So I'm thinking we're going to use this light blue paper as our background. Maybe layer it on the darker blue. We've got these great rainbows with lots of colors to put out the colors in our layout. But I really think that we may mat it with this darker pink because of the pink t-shirt I'm wearing. I also pulled out some of the die cut pieces or cut aparts out of the small 6x8 pad. I really think we're going to use those tab pieces. I also pulled out this piece because these sunshiny shapes reminded me of this dot piece at the bottom of the layout. And so I wanted to have some options. So we have lots of options and we're going to clear the deck and we are going to make a layout. So the first thing I start doing is just getting everything cut apart, deciding what I may or may not use, not even 100% sure what I'm going to use out of each of these things. I did go ahead very quickly and decide that I wanted the light blue on top of the darker blue, and then trying to decide which of these papers I want to use to mat my photos. I really like this pink with the clothing that I'm wearing, this cute bright pink shirt. So I'm trying to find a piece of paper to mat this focal photo on, and I have pulled out the purple and I just don't like it. I don't have really purple anywhere. And so I found a little bit of the blue that matches the background out of the paper pad, and we're just going to use that and go for that one. And so just getting everything matted up correctly, making it look right, cutting off the excess that I don't need. I really love using scraps because I think they're fantastic. I think they are a really, really great way for me to use up my pattern paper. So I measured that double photo so that I could get the right size paper on the back of it. And of course, you still have just teeny little bits that you want to trim. So using that sun paper as the background for both of the matted photos, we're going to scuff up the edges. This is a favorite technique of mine. It just helps to define the layers. Get it stuck down in the very middle of this dark blue sheet. And then we're going to lay the photos out in the same order that is in our original layout. Then we're going to cut out this Wow Starburst, just kind of fussy cutting around the edge. Not really worried about not how it looks, but how close I came to the white line. I wanted a little bit of orange. Then I pulled out this orange on orange sunburst print to create a second starburst, because in the original layout there were two. I had originally thought that I might use that sun card in place of this, but changed my mind. Now let's make this anchor piece. I really liked this ruler. Since I matted the photos in the pink starburst paper, I decided that the stripe would be better down here. It also kind of brings in all of the colors. And then I had this scrap of my absolute most favorite paper out of this collection. This one reminds me of everything Mary Blair. It is fantastic. And so I loved being able to put that pop of blue in there. I'm going to fussy cut out this little banner piece, leaving some of the darker blue, just to have a grounding place for my title. And then, y'all, we start the process of sticking everything down. So I went in with my paper scuffer and scuffed up the edges of the lighter orange stars. And we're going to stick down at the border, and then we're going to stick down our photos. I did put my photo on an angle, probably a little more of an angle than she did in her original layout, but I really liked it. So then it's just going to be fitting these pieces in together. So we stick down the title, the wow. We know that I want to use that little flag as part of just a grounding piece down there at the bottom. I've pulled out a bunch of stickers. Some of them are actually Vicki Boutin stickers, but they have great sayings. And so I thought that this laugh word would be perfect for this. So here I pulled out an Ellie's Studio tab because that smile was just getting lost. It needed something to ground it. So we're going to add some foam glitter stars from the collection. I wanted 3 of them, but y'all, this is my favorite sticker set ever, and I have used up all of these open, like hand-drawn looking stars. So then it was finding what would work. I'm going to add the word dramatic down here. I just thought it fit with kind of what was happening. I've edged the edge of that light blue paper to help give it a little more dimension, a little more of a break from the background. And then I'm adding in that tab behind the word dramatic. Found some solid stars in the glitter, and so we added some of those kind of to help move our eye around the page. Then there are puffy yellow stars that were on the Vicki Boutin sheet, and I added those. Added some of the puffy stickers from this collection from Main Character Energy. And then I found this little word that said a little bit, and I believe that at the end of this sticker it did say dramatic, but I cut it off because I already had the word dramatic. And so there it was. So the last little step that we're going to do here is we're going to take some of these gold glitter epoxy pieces and add a heart. I always like to have a heart on my layout. And then I add the journaling that really says, don't have a clue what we were saying or what we were doing, but I love these photos. They just fit perfectly. So here is the finished layout. I will have still shots of it at the end. Make sure that you check out everyone else in my little Scrappy group. The links are down below. I loved this layout by Miss Crafty Adams. Thank you so much for letting us scrap lift it. Until we're together again next time, my friends, go make some memories. Bye-bye.